This speech was originally given by Barbara Hatcher at the graduate school's commencement of Southwest Texas State University in December of 1986. It was condensed for a Reader's Digest article in March of '87, which is what I'm going to read today. And I've edited it slightly to make it more relevant for this class. First of all, the speech contains much information and inspiration. Perhaps it's a bit overwhelming, but the speech contains several excellent points and has overall good content. I'd be interested to see what else was said originally at the commencement speech. In the attention getter, 4 adverbs, skillfully, joyfully, peacefully, and confidently, are stacked right in a row to create a visual picture of what is happening. The attention step is not that exciting, but it works. One good aspect of it is that a phrase in the attention step is mentioned twice throughout the speech, which reiterates the main point. The phrase living with abandon appears a total of 3 times, and I did not understand what this meant until I looked it up. And it means living with an unrestrained freedom of action or emotion, and to surrender to your own impulses. One effective structural use is how Barbara Hatcher broke up her speech into 5 separate ideas, and she numbered them to make these more clearly distinct. After the first topic was mentioned, the following sentences began with, "This means, it means, it means, and it means." This may seem redundant, but at least it defines the initial idea with much detail. Examples and quotes are used to illustrate a point more effectively. In one instance, the analogy used in a quote is carried further, and it explains the idea in metaphorical terms. Later, a vivid metaphor is used and incorporates an excellent choice of words. One quote is lighthearted and easy to relate to, and another illustration is extremely effective. The speech ends with an inspiring challenge as the clincher. And now I will begin this speech as if it were my own. Several years ago, I received a postcard from a friend in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, who wrote, "I am skiing with abandon." I wondered what he meant, for when I ski, it is always with trepidation. I believe he meant he was skiing skillfully, joyfully, peacefully, and confidently, although I have no hopes of ever skiing that way. I do dream of living with abandon. I believe that men and women through the ages who have led successful lives have captured these 5 secrets of living life to the fullest. Number 1, have a self you respect. This means having a deep sense of responsibility for your thoughts and actions. It means keeping your word and being faithful to yourself, your family, and your work. It means believing in what you do and working hard. It means seeing your own internal standards and not comparing yourself to others. It's not a question of being better than someone else. Respect and integrity demand that you be better than you thought you could be. Winston Churchill exemplified integrity and respect in the face of opposition. During his last year in office, he attended an official ceremony. Several rows behind him, 2 gentlemen began whispering, "That's Winston Churchill. They say he's getting senile. They say he should step aside and leave the running of the nation to more dynamic and capable men." When the ceremony was over, Churchill turned to the men and said, "Gentlemen, they also say he is deaf." Churchill knew that one secret to a self you can respect is a course of action based on what is right, not expedient, and not waver from it when criticized. Number 2, commit yourself to others. Believe in others, and take time to nurture their dreams. A wise man said, "If you want 1 year's prosperity, grow grain. But if you want 10 years' prosperity, grow men and women." You can build into the lives of your family, friends, and colleagues by providing nutrients of gratitude and encouragement, and by investing your time and energy in their aspirations. If a tree is given minimal nourishment, it will live, but it will not grow. But if nourishment is given over and beyond what is needed for life, the tree will live and grow upward, producing fruit. Number 3, turn disappointments into strengths. Individuals who live with abandon have discovered that personal trials make them more sensitive and loving, while building endurance and character. They have learned that achievements worth remembering are stained with the blood of diligence and etched with the scars of disappointment. The pages of history are filled with heroic heroes, heroic stories of undaunted men and women who triumphed over disabilities and adversities to demonstrate victorious spirits. Raise him in abject poverty, and you have an Abraham Lincoln. Make her blind and deaf, and you have a Helen Keller. Number 4, enjoy life's process, not just life's rewards. We live in a goal-oriented society that wants problems resolved now. We want instant oatmeal, 1-hour photo development, and instant success. But to live with abandon, we must live one day at a time, savoring the little victories, realizing that life is an endless journey in self-discovery and personal fulfillment. It means taking time to say hi to someone in the hallway and tell your parents you love them, and let that fellow ahead of you on the highway. I was one of those people who never go anywhere without a thermometer, hot water bottle, raincoat, and parachute, wrote author Don Harrell. If I had my life to live over, I would go barefoot earlier in the spring. I would ride more merry-go-rounds, and I would take more chances, and I would eat more ice cream. Number 5, become involved in something bigger than yourself. I do not believe that you will live happily if you set out to live life for yourself alone. Choose a cause bigger than you are, and work at it in a spirit of excellence. It will become a part of you. It will become a part of you as you see your goals through to the end. Measure success not by what you've done, but by what you could do in the future.